So I would like to share a quote by James Manham, and it goes like this. Coming to classical music from popular music is less of a leap than you might think. So yeah, right now we are talking about the most important differences in today's world, and that is classical versus pop music. And have you ever been asked by someone, do you like classical music? And that question made you a little bit of embarrassed, right? Well, some of you would say, yes, I like classical music. But most of you would even say, I don't know anything about classical music. Well, you're wrong here. You don't have to know anything about classical music. It's just, have you heard any classical piece so far? And I could say that you did. Here, I can even show you. You probably heard this piece from Mozart, and it goes like this. Or maybe Beethoven. And Brahms. So yeah, you recognize it right away, right? So yeah, this only proves that classical music is not dying, and it's all around us. It's in our schools, in all new media, and most importantly is in our memories. So let's go back to our theme, like what is the difference between classical and pop music? We can show you several reasons and differences between classical and pop music, but I will only explain you the most important two differences. So one of the main differences is duration. Popular music can last under the 5 minutes, so it's much shorter than classical music. And on the other hand, classical music can last up to 20-second pieces from pieces that can last several hours. And that's the main difference, because in classical music, compositor use phrases and everything to write a story, a lifetime story, or to show a message. While in popular music we can only hear a verse or chorus, and that's only matters about the pop music. And as I'm a violinist, I have that experience that in classical music I play compositions that can last to 4 or 5 minutes, and in the future I will play some grand symphonic concerts that can last up to 1 hour. So yeah, that's what's the main difference in duration. So the other one is style, which I mentioned already, the difference between it. Because we have a lot of different styles in music. We have pop, rock, classical, and so on. But I will show you now the difference between classical and pop music. So this was classical piece, and you can see that I have a phrase that it's growing up and it's fading out. And now about pop music. the difference. Classical music has a phrase, and popular music it only has that only theme that it goes all around the whole song, and that's the main difference between it. So but the both genre has some differences. It has some similarities because pop music is developed by classical music, and that's the reason that both of genres would not die in near future. And as I'm a violinist, I use both of genres because classical music helps me to improve my technique, and pop music just shows my style. My name is Doris Tkalčević. Thank you so much.